this role might not be great for you, but you know what? We think you have Tech 3 capabilities here, and we have some other opportunities we can offer you. So it's not just limiting that role. So that's one thing. I'd like to see pre-employment technical aptitude screening coming back. We haven't done it today, but we're really talking about it now. And I think that's where it starts, in my opinion. We want to promote from within, but can we start from that beginning? And I'm just going to say it again. I think it's great if you're going to HVAC schools and some of these other schools, but we lose most of those candidates unless we can give them a very top level job. They're not trained to be in multi-housing. They're trained to work on air conditioning systems. And so we bring them in, but we can't hold them because we can't offer that $35, $45 an hour. And we're still training them how to paint, turn units, take care of work requests, all these things. So there's that big chasm of tech skills. So I think really going to the public high schools, there is a high school in every neighborhood that we manage. Why wouldn't we be going in there and trying to influence those that are interested in coming into our industry?
I met with a very young man yesterday, 24-year-old. He reached out to me via LinkedIn and we met in person. He told me, he shared with me that he wants to start in real estate. So I took some time and I tried to help him, to guide him, right, where to start. So he shared with me that when he was in high school, there was a company that came and did a presentation. They weren't in multifamily. They were just recruiting for, young men and women to become tailors. And then he went with them. He signed up with them. So this must be working, right? Whatever they did works. And he's 24 years old now, and he works for this company. He's looking for a career change, but obviously that original hook worked for him, because he wanted to work for them.
I'm really trying to make sure that our company is grabbing the attention of the people that are applying and taking them and getting them into the process and making sure that the first couple months is enjoyable, right? Instead of just getting them in and just, here's your tools, get to work. I've seen it happen at a couple of our properties recently, and the people left. And I know exactly why they left. And they probably went to one of your guys' companies because you guys were hiring as well. So it's important that anybody that's listening or in this group, or we just got to make sure that if we do get those applicants and we do get their attention and they do sign with us, we got to make sure that the first couple months is rewarding to them and they know that they made the right decision.
I'm a big component of, the larger sites bringing in entry-level maintenance guys from high schools, wherever, and teaching them the trade. And then, grooming them and then moving them into some of the other sites. One of my biggest issues, though, the Affordable East, I have a lot of single man sites. I've got a handful of, 2 maintenance guys, but the bulk of my sites are single person sites. So it is hard to bring in somebody that's new into the industry, somebody that needs all of these trainings and certifications, when I've got to get somebody in there that can run the property and run it quickly.
One of the things that I'm becoming more and more interested in is AI and facilities management. I think a lot of people are a little apprehensive. In fact, some of them are downright scared about AI, and in light of what happens with the cybersecurity breaks and everything else, how do we do that? So I would like to see us potentially explore that. I've been doing my own research, and I know that there's probably a half dozen or 8 companies out there that are producing products that serve the property management multifamily arena. Because I'm hearing more and more of my clients say, are we a candidate for AI into the future? So
I want for all of you to consider another point of view here. Those individuals that are jumping for a little race from one job to another, for them, this, $1 an hour might make the difference between making their mortgage payments or not making it in a month. Inflation has been devastating for the last 2, 3, 4 years. The government numbers are nowhere near the reality. Because you go to the store and you see 30-50% increase in your grocery price, and then the inflation can be 8% when everything else is like 20-30-40% more expensive. For someone on the lower end of the pay scale, like that's devastating. I own a couple of properties. My residents cannot afford. They don't have savings. I had to just forfeit my my deposit. People they don't have $2,000 to put down for deposit. This is a reality. It's a blue collar neighborhood. So there's a lot. I think that there's a lot more to it. It doesn't mean that what you are saying is not true. that people are more like, money driven, that, maybe back in a day where knowledge was more valuable, we thought, okay, we're just going to gain this knowledge, then we could ask for more money. But there's also this other angle that, it's just survival for some.